Hey guys, this is the XRP Cowboy. Just making a couple short videos today, sharing some of my friends. Watch this next one. It'll be quick, it'll be easy. Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I want to say. You know I like my girls a little bit older. I just want to use your love tonight. Yeah, I don't want to lose your love tonight. I ain't got many friends left to talk to. No way around it, I'm in trouble. You know I'd do anything for you. Stay the night but keep it undercover. I don't want to lose your love tonight. Yeah, I don't want to lose your love tonight. Dun, 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 dun. Janie's got a gun. What did her daddy do? So let's talk a little bit about, I was watching my friend, the blockchain backer, and we were talking today. Well, when I say talking, I mean I was watching his video on YouTube, and I was just talking to him like a crazy person, because there's a narrative. Let's just look at it like this for a second. I remember I was there, okay? I owned Bitcoin in 17. And ultimately, it's very common to test the all-time highs of the previous all-time highs. So now this was the magic time right here. Now, clearly you can't see this, but I'm going to show you something here. I remember I bought it like 35K. My cousin, he's a economics professor. He was strongly advising not to, because it's a Ponzi scheme, a tulip bubble, all these things at these prices. Well, who could have seen the future? Well, actually, I had a 20K price by Christmas, just based on the trend and the movements. And I actually sold probably at an average cost between 16 and 17K. But what I noticed was about 3,800 in this time frame. It was working as like resistance bouncing down. And then once it hit that resistance again at like 38, it pulled back to about 35, and I loaded up. It was like 33, 35, right in here. Sorry, this isn't clear, but trust my words. And then it rocketed up to 20K, and this says 19,600. Now, this was a blow off top, okay? This was FOMO and all that stuff. And there was a lot of, I believe there was some monsters in. And they could just been the early, well, not too early Bitcoin holders, but they made their exit liquidity and they started dropping. And it fell some levels, held, bounced back, fell some more levels, jumped back up, but it fell all the way back down to like, $3,000. And to me, that upward resistance, when it was struggling to break through 4K, once it found its support, it bounced off, and that's when it ran up. So that resistance over here worked as support, so it retested the 331K. Now, there's a couple $100 here and there off, but when you're dealing with $3,000, that's a very small percentage. So, you just have to say it retested it and moved up. Okay, so now that leads us to this. I see it as being very similar. We were having, we had to break the 20K. We sat right at it for a second here. And then it actually didn't get knocked down like, well, it did to 17, which makes sense because I believe the real all-time high for Bitcoin was in about 17.3. But it retested that 17.3 and it rocketed all the way up. Okay? Now, why this is important is simple. I believe, it was retesting its all-time highs, and it became support. Then we had another blow off top. Now it's whales and institutions looking for the liquidity. They got it. They made their money. Maybe they shorted at the top, bought their shorts here, and it ran up one more time, a double bubble. And now it's doing exactly what it did over here. It's retesting its all-time highs. And yes, it's at the all-time highs of 20K, if you believe that number. But I was there. That 20K, not very many people sold it at the top of 19.6 or something. In fact, I tried to. It just was such a short wick, quick wick up. It was, unless you had, sell orders, you weren't selling at that top. And I would argue you have to look where at the 17 support levels, and you'll see them here, right here. There was a lot of support at 17. I would say the true all-time high was in the 17s. So it doesn't surprise me that we currently just retest them, and we could retest them again. However, if history repeats from my perspective, and the cycles are shorter, I believe they're like, 9-month cycles now, not 4 years, because we have, a different narrative. We have regulations. We have clarity to a certain degree with Bitcoin. We have institutions buying it. They're not going to let their portfolio drop any lower. And sure, this whole interest rate, and there's this narrative that the world's going to burn, which makes me think that it's not so, because generally speaking, and when I say generally, 99.9% of the time, the masses are wrong. And the masses think the housing market's going to crash. Sure, it could pull back 10%. That's not the same. And it's never going to crash like it did in 2008 or 12, whenever that was, because we're not leveraged the way we were back then. It can't crash. And if it did, the government, the taxpayers would be on the line, because Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, they're in conservatorship with the government, which means the government controls them, and that means the taxpayers are on the line. So there isn't going to be a crash until they've been released from conservatorship, because they want the shareholders to be on the line. You understand? So it's just something simple. I do want to show you one more clip about Gary Gensler, if you haven't seen it, on my buddy's channel. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Never mind that noise you heard in your closet, in your head. About how Gary's changing his narrative. And I want to give you a clip of Jungle Inc.'s channel, just so maybe you'll jump over to him and watch him, maybe subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure you have. With this, please like and subscribe. Sorry, I'm not a technical guy with computers and stuff, so it's bad quality, but the words, they mean more than the pictures, okay? Sometimes the words tell 1,000 words.
Jungle Inc. here. Hope you're having a good day. I think Ripple's making some significant progress here with the SEC, and it's interesting. Gary Gensler is really changing his tune here. It kind of aligns with the proposed bill by Senator Loomis as far as the reporting that would be required by crypto entities out there. And Gary Gensler has always said, the rules are very clear. You just need to comply with them. And now he's saying, you know what? We can tailor the reporting requirements specific to a crypto token. I'm going to play this interview for you. And you wouldn't need to have the same reporting that you would need for a stock, for instance. A publicly traded company is probably easier, much more intensive on what they would need to report. For a crypto company, a project like Ripple or the Ethereum Foundation or Polkadot, whatever it is, they would just need to report enough so investors can make informed decisions. You can decide what risk you want to take. That's the way it should be. But we just need to make sure that you're not being cheated, you're not being lied to. This is a very sensible approach. I find it very curious that he decides now to kind of change his tune as we are, getting very close to the end of this court case, I feel. Let me play the...
Watch what he's about to say. But you're going to have to go to Jungle's channel for that. You guys, please like, subscribe. Might have another little short one on how I'm trading this market right now. And, that's it. You're a song written by the hand of God. Don't get me wrong. This may sound to you a bit odd, but we're about to moon. Listen, sometimes the whole world can be wrong, and I believe they are right now. My dreamers, my roadies, like and subscribe now.